Hi, so today I have the Tasnme wireless keyboard case and Bluetooth mouse. This is for the iPad 10.2 Gen, 10.2 7th Gen, iPad Air 3, iPad Air 3rd Gen and iPad Pro 10.5 inch. Now I will say from the offset that I've had maybe 3 or 4 Tasnme products before, so I've generally found them to be pretty good, particularly on these case fronts, but we'll see if I actually get the box open, of course. Okay, so let's take the boring package out first, which is this one. It's not, oh, there we go. It's going to be a mouse, and it's going to be a cable. So this is a normal USB to micro USB, I think is what people call them. A bit more lights needed, I think, here. Yeah, so it's a pretty sort of standard, I would say slightly old-fashioned cable, because micro USB is not really current. Current is really the USB-C. We have a slimline mouse, which looks like it's already got a battery in, so let's pop that off. No. So what is that for the dongle? Maybe the dongle goes in there. It does look like it's powering on. Okay, we'll come back to that, but it charges through the front there. It is a bit what I call hard, cheap, plasticky type of product, but hey, can't win them all. We get the mouse mat or mouse pad, which is quite useful to have. Small enough to carry around. And we get some instructions. Wow, that's about pairing a mouse, and we've got, that's how much we've got instructions for the mouse, and then we have an empty box. So let's get rid of that. I'm going to pop open this here so I can get rid of the packaging. Time for packaging to disappear out of the way. Okay, so this is made from what I call this sort of liquid silicone. It's a sort of very smooth, sort of soft texture to the case. You'll notice as it's closed up there is no camera window on the back of these. Put the magnetic flap open. Move that out of the way, open it up, bit of padding. Now, I'm trying to work out the colour of this case. It looks, in this light it looks grey, yet there's a blue keyboard with it. So let's grab what it says on the packaging here. And it actually doesn't highlight what colour this is supposed to be. Oh, no, there's a little tag. So it says it's blue, which is fair enough. Don't no issue with that, but it does look like a blue-grey. Something interesting colour choice, particularly when you offset it against the keyboard here, which then it does sort of stand out as sort of not being blue. Ha ha! We have underneath, hidden away, a proper, decent set of instructions, which gives you labels for all the buttons across the top. So we've got a full run of function keys here on the keyboard. It's quite nice. Now you will notice something on the keyboard here. It says iOS, so yeah, that's Apple. We've got a W for Windows, and then under the Q is Android. So the keyboard itself could be used with multiple devices, although the case is for an iPad. On the back, this is like a magnetic plate to stop it slip sliding around. And turn it on, we've got power, so we've got a Bluetooth light on. We seem to have a small, assume that's a charging, so if I just find the little cable I've got here, I'm expecting that to come on if we plug it into charge. A very useful multi-port adapter here, so I'll just get some power. I was interested to just check what that does, and you can see it's a problem with these cables, you have to check which way around it is, and it really annoys me. There we go, so we've got a little red charging light come on. Caps lock. Okay, it's quite light, it doesn't matter any sort of real weight. So I'll pop this over a bit of charge at the moment. So again, this is the inside's not as soft as the outside. It's just like almost like a rubbery type mottled texture. And then this pops open, so we can slide this up to produce the sort of kickstand part. Now this hexagonal patterning, you think, oh, it looks nice, but it's not actually just for that. It does help create a small air pocket in those little holes between the back of the iPad and the back of the case. It's a bit of air cushioning, as it's called. Down the bottom here we have the space for the pen or pencil. I tend to call them pens, but maybe a pencil. There's a little round circular one here which you can stand that pen up in when you're actually using it if need be. There's your camera cutout, so that's only visible when we undo this flap. So undo there. Undo that, it does expose the camera. Slide that out again. On the sides we've got relevant cutouts for speakers, charging port, and there's some cutouts on the top here, as you can see. The inner part is a flexible TPU. Now, again, I've noticed this on previous versions, or the previous Tasnme cases, and other brands of cases, is that this part here, where you have the pen, you've got some really good corner bumpers. You can see these here. So if you're going to drop your tablet down this way, or sorry, I should say iPad down, there's some really good cushioning to stop that hitting the ground and causing damage. Well, nice, the hole is open. I'm sure it's a good thing or a bad thing, really. I'd expect it to have a sort of back to it, but it doesn't. But the opposite side of these, as you can see, there's nothing like. So on one side you've got this really good corner bumpering, on this side you don't. Now, the actual shell is slightly set back from the edge of the case, but on the top it's not much. And given the cost of these devices these days, and if you want to get a replacement screen, they're really expensive to replace. So that's the downside. I mean, if they just put this extra bit of cushion in here, I think it would be really pretty good in terms of protection for your iPad. So let's put that back out. The right way around, as it goes this way. I don't know whether that pen bit should be at the top or the bottom, but that's personal choice. Now, the keyboard itself is magnetic. So let's move that across there out of the way, and then it should just sit on there like that. It's magnetised to the flaps. This is the flap bit that keeps the case closed. It also doubles as holding that in place with no problems at all. The keyboard, you know, the keys, they do rock a bit, which I'm not overly keen on, but you've got a full function keyboard. I mean, the only thing missing for me here is having a touchpad, but you know, if you've got your mouse here, connects on there. I must be missing something on. Not missing something on, missing something here about what this space is for. Because if it's a Bluetooth, then I don't need to have a dongle into it. Now, I don't have an iPad around because my daughters have both got them. And I'm currently using them and trying to get them off them when I'm doing stuff is a nightmare. So, fortunately, for Apple fans who must be shooting me down in flames here, is that I do have an Android tablet. But, as you know, the keyboard does work with Android, so we can clean the screen, it's a bit filthy. Let's see what we're doing. It will work with Android devices, but of course it's not going to fit in that little. I'm interested to see if it holds my. Okay, it's holding it well because this is a big 12.4 inch heavy tablet and it's got a case on. And upside down, so pop that on. Oh, it's opened up, so straight away. There we go. It's on my face recognition from about 2 feet away. Now, there's normally a button down here which says C connect. So if I'm going to push this, is it going to, if I hold it down, the little blue light is, okay, so I wonder if I have to push a, maybe control. So I made about unscripted reviews, is that the first time I've seen this is when I literally open it now, and that's Right, Bluetooth pairing. Okay, we've got function C to pair, so function C. Okay, the little Bluetooth light just down here under the BT's flashing. Let's go down to Bluetooth. Now, as you can see, I need to delete some of these because I don't have loads of Bluetooth keyboard things. And we're down here on the bottom, so there's a Bluetooth keyboard. So I'm going to click on that, and it says pairing. Pair with Bluetooth keyboard, yes. Okay, I'm paired. I'm going to do the same with the mouse one here. As soon as it's charged up, it does come on a bit, so let's scan again. See if the mouse pops up. And, oh, blimey, we've got nice we've got coming up. 5.2 or 3.2? Should we go for 5.2? See if that's going to pair. Bluetooth mouse, pair. And I think we're connected up. So if I come out of here, now to switch to the Android, I'm assuming again what the function Q is the Android setup. I do apologise, I'm aware this is an iPad keyboard case. You can speak to my daughters if you like, try and get them for the iPads. I'm going to set up, so I'm going to switch to something called Samsung Dex, which is basically like a Windows emulator, and it just will show off the full benefits of the keyboard. So we have Dex. It's thinking about it, and we're up and running. Okay, so through my mouse should be, it says a mouse, so that's wiggling around with no problem at all. So that's already connected up. I'll go to, maybe let's go to a Word document, or a blank document. Okay, so I have the mouse and the keyboard connected. So let's say I am currently reviewing the Tasnme Keyboard case. Oh, keyboard case and mouse for the iPad. Oh, which one says 4 now? Oh dear, iPad Air 3 I think, wasn't it? iPad Air 3. The mouse should be able to click on something there as it would do a normal Word, and then back click on it, gives me alternatives. So this is working fine. I mean, there's no, setting up was very simple, it's very easy to use. You might want to reposition the keyboard a bit back, because I feel like when it's not level here, I can't see, it's rocking. And that's the difference in height from the this part here to my desktop. So I'll just move that. Okay, so I've moved it down further away from the case itself, but actually I've got a better position. And then if I move it forward, if you want to be up close and personal, and it's stable. So it's only that bit where I had it sort of balanced in the wrong place. Let's say both devices are Bluetooth and very easily connect to a Bluetooth device. Basically, they are plug and play. So it works fine, and there's nothing particularly wrong with it. You know, it's not a huge amount of money in real terms. In fact, you get a decent package for the cost. So it does work with Windows, iOS and Android. Be interested to see whether if I can connect this to my smart TV for doing stuff on there. I imagine it will do, but I might subsequently give that a go and see if it works. Full function array of keys. I've got brightness there. The only thing is that this is not backlit, but you can't expect everything. Yeah, I mean, this is quite a good setup. I can't really fault it. The colour of the case is a little strange. It is almost like battle blue grey sort of colour. I sort of prefer the colour of the keyboard to the actual cover itself. But interesting enough, you get a blue mouse, which lights up a bit. You can see through its semi-transparent colour, which is fine. It goes to the keys, but I don't know whether you'd had preferred a mouse that was the same colour as the keyboard, or maybe the same colour as the case itself. But you know, minimise, click on that, it's working fine. Let's go and open up the internet. Let's go to Amazon website. There we go, so I'm on Amazon, scrolling down. Now it's what I call notched scroll, or essentially it's not freewheeling. But obviously you can adjust how many lines or pages it scrolls down when you use it. It's got a separate button which is for the DPI of the mouse. So it's a bit more efficient. That's fine. So all in all, I think it's a decent enough keyboard case. Just wish it had that bit of extra corner bumper protection on the off side to where the pen sits. You get a decent set of instructions for the keyboard, particularly if you're a dual language reading and speaking person, which I'm not. Just put that way, go over there. So there's plenty of information on it. Function keys, discover Bluetooth, pairing it. Instructions about touch gestures, touch gesture. I can't say it. Touch gestures. No, they're gestures. Okay, we'll come back to that. Touchpad. Because the instructions, as you can see here, are for the version I've got here. And by the looks of it, there's a touchpad version. Well, in fact, it's missing a touchpad, but it's not missing it, it just doesn't have one. So it looks like I do one with a touchpad. Yeah, I hope this has helped. Personally, I think it's a neat, compact little solution. You've got everything you need out of the box. Very easy to set up, and it's great to use. Thanks for watching. Bye.